Roblox jobs. You roleplay like you're at a real job and just have fun. Wait, what? You get paid for this? How much? Like, if I spent the next 24 hours in these games, could it actually be worth my time? For the next 3 days, I'll be tirelessly grinding to answer that question, working 8-hour shifts at the top 3 most popular Roblox jobs. And to start, I need to actually get hired. Joining the training facility on my new account named I Love My Roblox Job, I instantly noticed these jobs are popular. I'm scared I might not get the job, but there's so many people. But despite my worries, after about 40 minutes of training, I was hired. I'm officially a junior juicer. Starting the 24-hour timer, I headed to my first of 3 jobs. Hokui Cafe, a smoothie bar. For my 8-hour shift, I have to make meals, drinks, and serve customers. Unfortunately, though, it wouldn't be that easy. Yeah, this game has about 28 workers in it, making it a little difficult to find a counter someone isn't already at. Regardless, after about half an hour of searching, I am not kidding, I finally found an open register. Yes! Okay, I finally have it. Oh my god. Overjoyed to start at last, I patiently waited for my first customer to arrive. This shouldn't take long. This is taking long. Remember how I said there's 28 workers here? There's only 9 customers. That ratio seems off. But still, after waiting 1 hour, I finally managed to find someone.
Oh my god, wait, is this my first real customer?
I took her order, made some food, handed it over, and as a thank you, she tipped me 5 Robux.
Oh my god, you changed I got my first tip!
Yeah, if someone likes your service, they can donate Robux to you. It's the best way to earn money in these games and becomes very important later in the video. But for now, I was just happy to make my first dollar.
I made my first money! I actually did it!
Unfortunately though, that didn't even come close to completing my goal. 150 Robux. Let me explain. This avatar is nice, but it doesn't look like me. And to make it look like myself, I'll need to get 90 Robux. And because of the 40% tax, if I want 90 Robux, people will have to pay me 150 Robux. So far, I've been paid 5. Yeah, even though they're great, tips aren't the most reliable way to earn money. And lucky for me, they weren't the only way. I'm still waiting for my next real customer to arrive, but while I wait, I found another method to get paid. Points. Earlier, my trainer told me that in-game points can be exchanged for Robux later on. I don't know the conversion rate. It could be as good as 1 point per Robux, or as bad as 100 points per Robux. But at the end of today, I'll find out. Hopefully, the amount will be worth it. To get points, you just serve food. That's it. Doesn't matter if you serve it to a person or a robot. So, I served as many robots as possible, because they're easier. Plus, rule 1 of this challenge is that I can't stop working for anything. So it was nice this could give me something productive to do to not break that rule. But donations from human customers are still the quickest way to earn money that I know of, and thankfully, I was about to encounter some. When I met human customers, I didn't just make their order. I had a chat with them. I figured getting to know them would maximize my chance to get tipped. Sometimes I asked how their day was. Sometimes I talked them through a breakup. Yeah, this person had just broken up with their boyfriend and vented to me about it for half an hour. But honestly, I didn't mind. Usually in real life, I'm a bit nervous to talk to strangers, but this is a dumb kids game, so there's basically no anxiety. In fact, I quickly learned that my favorite part about this challenge would be talking to people. I know earning money is my #1 priority, but I want to chat during this challenge as much as possible too. Anyways, after hearing about this person's breakup, I gave them a strawberry cake pop. It was pink and matched their avatar. This will surely make them feel 100% better. Oh, also in this hour, I got called cute 2 times. That was weird. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that every single customer I talk to says they're rating me 5 stars and compliments me. The bad news is that I have not made another cent. I've been paid 5 Robux in 4 hours. If I continue at this rate, I will fail the goal horribly. Plus, my customers are just decreasing more and more as the day goes on. Why is there barely anyone here? It was then I saw something in the corner of my eye. Something strange. The amount of managers here was crazy. Like more than I'd ever seen. I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary to have a manager or 2 standing in the store. They usually like to sit and watch, looming over us peasant workers from their managerial throne. Never moving, never ordering, never working. They're basically completely useless and do nothing but fill up the game. And right now, for some reason, there were a lot of them. So many, in fact, that customers couldn't join. There wasn't enough room in the server. Well, maybe it isn't so bad. These guys look pretty wealthy. Maybe I could go over and talk to them. Let's just ask them, and all right, I am getting completely ignored. Just say no, man. You don't have to pretend I'm not there. Whatever. They may be preventing me from meeting any human customers, which is annoying, but at least I can still serve robots. I'll just take this as an opportunity to buckle down and grind some points.
What? Why did you drag me away?
Yeah, I guess one of the managers decided they wanted to host a game of musical chairs. And to do so, they teleported everyone away from the cafe and forced them to play.
Why am I being forced here? I need to work.
I was starting to get a little annoyed, but whatever. I could just reset my character and head back inside to resume my shift. This place was a ghost town, but I could still serve robots. Just had to prepare this food and it wasn't working.
Can I not even do my job anymore? I can't even. They've disabled my job because they want to play musical chairs. I'm leaving the server. I can't do anything else. The management has ruined it.
But it gets even worse. Remember how at the beginning of the video I had to wait half an hour before even finding an open counter to work at? Now I get the pleasure of doing that again. I am not happy, and while I search for a new counter, subscribe. But as always, you are only allowed to subscribe if you are actually enjoying the video. I mean it.
New counter. New counter. I see a new counter. No! He stole it from me. This sucks. I hate my life.
Unfortunately for me, managers continue to be a problem throughout the rest of this video, to the point of me potentially getting fired later on. I'm starting to hate managers. They do nothing but sit there, clog servers, and ruin my job.
There's 2 customers.
Is every single manager just a useless piece of shit? Annoyed that I couldn't find a register to work at, I decided to take my 1 meal break of the day, which brings me to rules 2 and 3. Rule 2, I have to work 8 hours a day, just like a real life job. And rule 3, I do get 1 30-minute meal break every shift. It's against state law to not allow employees a meal break, and I wouldn't want to get arrested or anything. Anyways, I came back from my meal feeling refreshed, and after mopping the floors a bit, ranked up to normal juicer.
Oh, I've been promoted. 15 sandbucks. Okay.
Goodbye, stupid junior juicer rank. I make senior juices now. Alright, that's all for the good news. Bad news is managers are filling up the server again. At least I can serve robots without them breaking my job this time. Probably. Hopefully. And one thing that previous managerial incident taught me is that serving robots is actually really good. Like, way too good to ignore. Out of my total points, I'd say 90% have been from serving robots. 90%! Talking to real humans is way more fun and fulfilling, but if I plan on converting these points to money later, I need to serve more NPCs. So, I did. I still had no idea what the conversion rate was, but I was looking forward to the end of the day when I could find out. Surely it would be worth it, right? It didn't take too long before my brain started melting bad. I had to ask my robot customers to repeat their order every single time I served one, sometimes multiple times. For reference, at the beginning of today, I had no problem remembering orders with up to 4 items. Now I could hardly remember orders with 2. My mind was scattered, and the reason for that was something I didn't expect: the workflow. Doing this NPC strategy, there's no downtime. There's never a second where I'm free to look down at my phone or do something else. Plus, I've been all alone for the past 6 hours. I haven't spoken a word to anyone. I have no coworkers to chat to or anything to give my mind a break. I just memorize an order, make the order, give the order. Memorize an order, make the order, give the order. Memorize an order, make the order, give the order. I am majorly burnt out. For most of my challenge videos, I get to call with friends. In this challenge video, because of rule 2, I had to maintain full concentration on my job. Talking to friends would only distract me. But since I'm nearing the end of my shift and not feeling great, I figured I'd invite some friends for me to show off my job to. Little did I know the insane situation this was about to cause.
Okay, hold on, let me, I lied about my name being James, by the way. Blue Hawaii and
Hello?
2 extremely glazed donuts. Okay, bad news, I broke the game. Can you just pretend I gave you all you needed because it removed them from my inventory?
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Now, while watching this footage, you may have noticed my 3 friends I invited lining up behind my counter to wait for their order. In this game, having a line isn't just uncommon, it's near impossible. You saw how hard it was to get 1 human customer earlier. They're so rare that I haven't seen more than 3 in the building at a time. Why would they choose to form a line instead of just going to one of the other 20 registers? It just doesn't make sense. And apparently, I wasn't the only one who thought that, because even more people were lining up out of curiosity. Everyone wanted to know what the deal was with my register, which led to them lining up to get to the bottom of it, which in turn expanded my line, making my register an even bigger deal. The feedback loop loop grew larger and larger until this many people were in my line. By the way, I told my 3 friends to not donate any money to me as that would be cheating, but I didn't tell these people anything. I'm being faced with the biggest opportunity I've had all challenge to make some good tips. I can't waste this. So I put on the conversation act I've been practicing over the past 7 hours and started burning through customers.
There's so many people. The line is like 10 people long.
But still, I was having great conversations with everyone in line, and they all started to really like me. Most importantly though, they were giving me some fat tips. Don't take that out of context. I was making so much money that I couldn't count it all. A 5 Robux tip here, a 20 Robux tip there.
Yes, yes, I got tipped.
I was doing great. A little too great. As my line got longer, I realized I was sapping away all the customers from my fellow workers. It was so bad that they started coming to my counter to try and convince the customers to order from them instead. I'm basically doing the exact same thing I got mad at the managers for doing earlier, preventing others from getting customers. It sucks not fully capitalizing off such an amazing opportunity, but I will be 6 feet under before I start acting like a manager. So I told everyone that I was stopping cashier work for the day and encouraged them to go visit my coworkers instead of me. Don't worry though, I'm not quitting. I'm just gonna mop until they go away. Fun. That quick span where I took their orders was still hyper successful though, and those aren't even the best tips I get in this video. Anyways, I wasn't sure how many Robux I got, but it was definitely a lot. Not enough to win the challenge, but a lot. Sadly though, I wouldn't know for sure until the very end because of Rule 4. I'm not allowed to check how many Robux I've earned until the challenge is finished. Figured it would add some mystery and keep me on my toes. Last hour of the first day. After all the chaos from earlier died down, I went back to serving robots. It was still boring and managers were still clogging the server, but at least they were having some crazy beef and saying insane things, which entertained me a bit.
I hope she gets burned. I hope her uncle touches her.
Bro, that is none of my business, but that is some crazy things to be saying. The manager drama at Hokui Cafe is insane. You can't say that. You can't. That's bad. You can't say that.
But all of that was just a distraction from the lowered mental state I mentioned earlier. And during this moment, it was about to reach the worst it's been.
I don't know if you can hear it, but there's fireworks being launched outside my house. It is very close to the 4th of July as of filming this. I would really like to go see them. I was just thinking, I was like, I heard them and I was like, dang, I want to go see those. And then I realized I can't. God, they're loud. I have 20 minutes left of my shift, and by then they'll probably be done, which I guess is sad. I feel like I may have more moments like that during this challenge where I want to go up and do something, but unlike the other challenges I've done, like the RNG game one, I can't AFK at all. I need to be constantly working. There is not a moment where I can stop working, which is why I'm working while I'm literally working while talking to you right now. It's definitely not my definition of fun. I pretty much would rather be doing anything else.
This was just the start of my unhappiness. The first sign. Later in the video, it would escalate more and more. Not looking forward to that. But enough rancid vibes. I just finished my first day of the challenge. Remember how I've been nonstop talking about grinding points and converting them to Roblox? Okay, yeah, you remember. It's time to finally figure out the conversion rate. How much will these points actually be worth? All right, let me research this. So by the end of the day, I earned 250 points. Not bad. That amount of points gives me 50 Robux. Wow. Okay, that's actually really good. That's a third of my goal. I didn't even optimize my workflow. If I grinded harder, I could have probably made double that. Huh. If I just grind points for the other 2 jobs, I'll have more than enough to complete my goal. It'll suck. It won't be fun at all. I mean, look at what happened to me after doing it for only a couple hours. But it's indisputably the best chance I have to make the 150 Robux. Talking to real humans was my favorite part of today, but it's too inconsistent. Almost nobody tipped me until the very end. Alright, when I wake up tomorrow, I will spend the entire day speaking it to no one, interacting with no humans. I'm just gonna buckle down and exclusively try to get points, no matter how bad it might make me feel. Good night. Another day, another training. I'm moving on to my second job. Being a responsible employee, I arrived at the training 10 minutes early, and holy crap, there's so many people. The game is full. No one else can join. The server is full, and it doesn't even start for 7 minutes. 7 minutes before it starts. Glad I chose to arrive early instead of on time. Damn, these jobs are popular.
Wow, we're not required to use proper grammar at the job.
This job is awesome! Anyways, the training began, and I instantly noticed this job was way harder than the last one.
Oh, the ice cream machine blocking?
No. I was kinda struggling, but as always, I finished first. I mean, my competition is literal children, and after about 40 more minutes of training, I finally passed. Joining the game, I started the timer for my next 8-hour shift working at Boba Cafe. I'll be making drinks that are way harder than they should be. More on that later. And, I guess not talking to customers. Just grinding for points instead. This'll be fun. As I found my way to the kitchen, I instantly noticed 4 glaring roadblocks I'd have to face. First off, the game is really hard. I'm already messing up robot orders. Not a good sign. Second off, the rules here are different. NPC customers are limited. You can't just make an order whenever you want. You have to wait until the cooldown wears off to spawn one. Third off, the game is glitchy. A drink I worked hard to make got thrown out because of a glitch with the order timer. In fact, the glitches get so bad that later they may even ruin the challenge. Fourth off, I'm stressed. I hardly have any time to complete these orders, man. But all that will be worth it when I make my money. It may be way harder to make points in this game, but surely the point to Robux ratio will be better to make up for it. I just gotta lock in and grind. And I already have a plan. So, every single food and drink item you give someone in this game is worth 1 point. It doesn't matter what it is. However, some orders are much easier to make than others. For example, if someone orders a boba tea, I need to choose the correctly sized cup, fill it up with the right tapioca, grab a shaker, fill it with the right type of milk, whether it's almond or regular, add the right amount of ice, add the right drink powder between like 20 different options, add the right amount of sugar, shake it all up, pour it into the cup, get the lid sealed, and put it all into a cup sleeve. Done! If someone orders a boba popsicle, I need to grab it. That's it. Both of these orders are worth the same amount of points for some godforsaken reason. Obviously, we want to prioritize doing the easy orders, and ideally, never do a hard order if we don't have to. But how can I ensure that? Well, this game works on a line-based system. As a barista, you put your name on the list and then get assigned an order to fulfill after a few minutes of waiting. If I just bide my time until right before my number's called, I can serve an NPC and make sure they ask for something easy. Sounds like a plan. In fact, to help me out, let's set a goal. I want to make as many points as I did at Hokui Cafe. 250. The points in Boba Cafe are much harder to get, so it may not be possible, but this new strategy seems pretty good and will surely work. The strategy does not work at all. And someone called me gay. Yeah, this game has been a massive monotonous grind. Just doing the same thing over and over, very slowly. The mechanics are so annoying, and you basically have to wait 10 seconds before doing anything. Want to put ice in a cup? Spend 3 seconds holding down E to open the ice box, then slide this glitchy bar over to scoop the ice, and finish by watching a 5-second animation of you doing it. And then just repeat that for every single one of the 15 steps there is to completing an order. Yay! Plus, I'm being reminded just how strict these jobs are. Someone next to me just got in trouble for points cheating. These managers are always watching you and are incredibly serious. I'll just make sure to stay out of trouble, I guess. I keep reminding myself it'll all be worth it. I'm having no fun anymore because I've abandoned serving human customers, but the feeling I'll get when I exchange all my points for Robux at the end of the day will be sublime. That is, if I even get the points. I need to make a new strategy quickly. Okay, I think I got one. And it actually works this time. See, I figured out that the best type of order you can get, the one you want to aim for above all else, is a multi-order. People can order up to 4 items at once in this game. And if they do, every item is assigned to the same barista. As a worker, if you get assigned one of these massive orders, you basically get to kill 4 birds with 1 stone. But you may have noticed, I said people can order them, not robots, which means it's basically up to luck whether or not you get one of them. But it's better than taking a robot order, so I'll test it out. And while waiting to receive my human orders, I discovered the best strategy in the entire game. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for mopping! Yeah, mopping the floors. This is the best strategy. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for certain, but I'll make sure to test it out after my dinner break.
It's already 6:45 p.m. I should go eat dinner. I've been very hungry for 2 hours now. I don't know why I pushed it off for so long.
Roblox 9 to 5 got me tweaking. Upon returning from dinner, two notable things happened. One, I found out that mopping is really good. I tested it out a little. It's even better than I thought it would be. Guess we'll have to keep track of my points and see how much it impacts them later. This could wind up being a crazy Robux hack when I convert my points to money. Two, I got the saddest order I've ever received. An empty cup with 3 shots of espresso. No ice, no sugar. I don't know who ordered this, but you're too young to be that depressed. My dinner overlapped quite a bit with this hour, so I hardly got any points, but now it's time to really test how good mopping is. Okay, it's definitely great, but I can optimize it more. I have to memorize every single spot a spill can appear and check every single one constantly without any breaks. I must always be scanning the area frantically. This might make me, unhappy. But remember, it'll all be worth it for the points I'm grinding. It'll all be worth it.
Get to mopping, boy. That's me. I'm the mopping boy. People are starting to realize how much I'm mopping. Because I'm the only guy who knows how to mop in this game, I bet. I'm sure no one else has thought through the mopping meta like I have and is metagaming the mop system in this game.
But that random citizen had a point. I have been the mop boy for about an hour now, and to tell you how important that job was, I bring to you a true story that ends with the whole challenge being changed. The story of Mop Boy. Mop Boy, who is definitely not just me, started off like anyone else. Passionless, confused. He didn't know what he wanted to do. His life was meaningless. Until one day, when he saw something horrible. A terrifying spilled drink had caused an innocent and probably 5 years old player to slip, injuring them so much that they could hardly stand up. Again, to slip on the same spill 2 more times in a row. This broke Mop Boy's heart. To see the pain of this very IQ-starved individual. He had to make this right. He had to protect people. So he did. Mop Boy began mopping up spills all across the cafe, saving stupid 5-year-olds everywhere from slipping like morons. A fire inside Mop Boy's heart was lit. He had a purpose. He was happy. But then, disaster. He was headed to clean up a spill just like he always did, but this time, something was off. The second he pulled out his mop, the world glitched. The spill couldn't be cleaned. There was nothing Mop Boy could do. It was then he heard the voice of his senile old grandpa echoing in his head. On July 6th, 2024, at exactly 11:46 p.m., you will fail. Mop Boy never did know what his peepaw meant telling him that every day. Until now. No, this can't be the end. He has to find a new server. He hates these spills. He must defeat them. So he tried, joining cafe after cafe, each more glitchy than the last. Sometimes spills would be permanently out of reach. Sometimes they wouldn't exist at all. These spills Mop Boy hated so much, he found himself missing them. He missed the good times they had. The spills had fun giving random people horrible concussions, and he had fun mopping them up. Perhaps this whole time, the spills, his greatest enemy, were actually his lover. No, that's stupid. I'm sorry. My brain is so melted from mopping. Just pretend I said friend. Lover was stupid. Are you pretending? All right, back to the story. He had to find a way to reconnect with his enemy. His friend. His spills. But he's checked every single cafe. They're all glitched. He can't. But what's that he sees? Since his search began, it looks like a new cafe was made. Sprinting to the new cafe, he busted through the doors with the strength of an angry gorilla and saw nothing. Just like the games before it, there was nothing here. It was over. With the sadness of a sad gorilla, he turned away and began to walk out. Until he smelled something. A smelly smell. A smell he recognized. The heavily contaminated rotten egg water of the cafe. Was there? No. There couldn't be, but there was a spill, and not just 1, 2, and not just 2, 3, and not just 3, 4, and not just 4. Oh, okay, it was 4. Sorry, 4 spills. 4 spills! That was more than he'd ever seen. This wasn't just a cafe, it was mop heaven. Mop Boy did it, and this time he would never take the spills for granted again. They gave him a purpose, and he now knew just how important that was. Anyways, long story short, mopping sucks. It's literally the same thing over and over constantly. There's no gameplay. You don't even get to slide the bar like you did for the ice. It's just look for spill, hold E, wait to clean, look for spill, hold E, wait to clean. This is even worse than NPC grinding from day one. Way worse. Plus, there was a point to that story to show you how glitchy this game is. Mopping only works in 1 out of the 6 servers this game has. And there's no guarantee it'll continue to work here. It might glitch again, but I'm stuck having to do it. It's objectively the best way possible to get points. I used to earn about 20 points an hour. I'm now earning triple that at 60 points an hour. I'm forcing myself to do this. I have to. But because of that, this stretch of the challenge was about to be the worst I've experienced so far. For the first time in the entire 14 hours I've worked, there's an employee shortage. We went from having 28 workers at a time to not having a single one capable of making a drink. That means good old Mop Boy has to work double to account for that. Mopping floors as per usual, but also filling as many orders as he can. It's a lot. And as always, he can't take breaks. Also, yes, I'm embracing the persona. I am Mop Boy now. We are the same. It's a good thing that I've memorized all the spill spots and have gotten incredibly fast at making orders. I can do both. I can do this. Just gotta lock in. Lock in. I'll be honest, because of all this extra work, I'm feeling worse than ever. It's too much for me to do by myself. As I keep going, it's only getting more monotonous and more upsetting. My mind is all over the place. I'm getting annoyed at almost every new thing I encounter.
Oh my god. I lost like the biggest order I've ever had to do because of a glitch. This game is so glitchy. That's one problem with this damn Boba game compared to the others. I've had to rejoin servers like 40 times because of glitches. This game is held together with duct tape and spit. God, we are very backed up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, on top of the glitches, the work shortage was getting even worse. I wasn't exaggerating when I said I was the only one making orders. I literally am the only barista in the game.
Guess Mop Boy is busy in the kitchen right now. Another glitch. There's a lot of glitches that ruin the orders that I do and really slow down my point progression. This game is so glitchy. It is so glitchy. Oh my gosh. The glitches are really starting to annoy me really bad. Oh, and speaking of, another glitch. Now I can't take an order.
7 hours of pure grind. No talking to anyone in real life. No talking to anyone in the game. Throwing away the only fun part of this challenge. For points. For money. After 7 hours of bending, I was finally about to break.
I'm getting really tired. My brain is not enjoying this right now. I have been hardcore grinding. Hardcore working. I have not had like a single message break in the past 2 hours. That is the hard part about this challenge, especially now, is that I can't do anything. The 50 hours at RNG games, I could do stuff. I could look at my phone, etc. Roblox for 24 hours, I was just playing games the whole time. It's Roblox, it's fun. This is not fun. I just have to sit at my computer all day and stare at a screen, and that makes my body less happy than if I was moving around probably. And so I am not enjoying myself that much right now,
but that's fine. I'm doing what I have to complete my goal. If it means winning the challenge and making a good video, I'm obviously fine with a little monotony. Okay, a lot of monotony, but it'll all be worth it. In only 1 hour, I get to finally convert these stupid points to Robux. 1 hour. Only 1 more hour. I spent hour 16 mopping, taking a few orders, mopping some more, taking a few more orders. At the beginning of today, I said my goal for this shift would be to grind 250 points. I was cutting it pretty close, but pretty sure I was gonna make it. Had I known how draining it would be to spend 8 hours talking to no one and doing nothing but constantly mopping, maybe I would have spent today talking to human customers instead. But it's too late for that. I'm at the end of my shift, and I just have to grind a few more points before reaching my goal. At the very least, this point to Robux conversion rate should be good. The points here are way harder to get than they were in Hokui, so surely they'll be worth more. I've been keeping it a mystery what the conversion rate is for the sake of the video to make it more fun, so I'm really hoping the rate is good because I don't know.
Oh, I'm done. 16 hours. I am officially off work today. All right. I got 253 points. I am level 15. And now it is time to see what I've purposely left a bit of a mystery.
It's time to see the conversion rate.
These points were very, 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 very hard to get. So I hope that it is more than 5 points for 1 Robux.
But there was only one way to find out. Time to join their Discord server and see exactly how much money I was about to make. After waiting for 8 hours, the pain of today was finally about to be worth it. Finally. There was just one problem. Scrolling through the server, I couldn't find the channel that gives instructions to convert your points. Am I missing something? Is there a way to transfer your points to Robux?
Do you like your Roblox job? Also, no. Wait, really?
Yeah.
I played another game and it let me do it. Do they not have that for this one?
I don't think they do. Okay, that's just a random guy. He's probably wrong. I'm sure it's here. I just have to keep searching.
Oh my god.
I kept looking and kept looking and kept looking. Nothing. I worked 8 hours to earn money. I grinded, purposefully avoiding any fun so that I could earn money. I didn't talk to anyone all day so that I could earn money. From my entire day-long shift, I earned nothing.
Dude. I joined the Discord server. Hokui had a way to exchange your points for Robux. This game does not. I will be leaving the Discord server. The only way to make money in this game is through tips. Because I have been prioritizing points, I have not been talking to real people, I have not made a single tip today. I have 253 points. I worked so hard. Oh my god. I worked so hard. I literally wanted, I was literally forcing myself to grind so I could get points. I was preparing myself for maybe the points not being worth too much Robux. I didn't think that they wouldn't be worth any. I thought that it would at least let me convert, because why would they have points if they didn't? I was purposefully not checking to sort of leave it ambiguous for the video, like, oh, how many Robux are these points gonna be worth? But they just don't. They just don't let you trade points for Robux. They don't let you do that. And so I've wasted the past 8 hours of my life for nothing. No pay, just wasted time in this shitty game. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna stop the recording. See you tomorrow.
Yesterday was a complete waste. I am a full day behind on progress and I only have 1 shift left. Today has to be incredible. I have to really make money or else... Let's just get this training over with. Hopping into the 3rd and final jobs training, I'll tell you what it is in a second, the game quickly filled up to the brim yet again. The first thing I did was ask a manager if points could be converted to Robux. She said no. For the remainder of the challenge, I will have to solely rely on donations and people's kindness. While I trained, I started having second thoughts. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, man. I'm still upset from yesterday. I have no consistent source of income, no plans, and I could literally be fired for anything. These jobs can fire you if you use improper grammar. I better not mix up my colons and semicolons or else this whole video is down the drain. You'll want to remember this, by the way. It will become an issue later. I don't know, man. After last night, I feel like I can't win this. I'm scared this whole video and 3 days of my life will be a complete waste. I don't want to put in effort and then have it be for nothing, like yesterday. I can't have another repeat of yesterday, but there's no good way to make money anymore. I guess I just have to talk to people. No more monotonous work, no more grinding robots. I just have to serve people and pray they might like me enough to tip. If I'm good enough, there's still a chance I can win this. Anyways, I finished up my training as per usual, passing with flying colors, and joined my new job. The most popular job I could find on Roblox, Hokui Hibachi restaurant. I'll be working as a hibachi chef, putting on a show for my customers as I take their orders and cook their food in front of them. Started my timer and officially began the shift. First customer. Let's see how this game is different from the others. I started by asking him where he'd want to sit. He said upstairs. I led him there and sat him down in front of my grill. Much like the first job, in this one, you actually get to cook for the person you're serving, not some random customer like the second job. This is a massive benefit. There's so much time to talk to customers while making their food. More than enough time to make them like me and hopefully get them to tip me. Oh, and also it's fun, I think. I thought it was fun on the first day, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure if it'll still be. Plus, this guy is, kinda making me nervous. I ask him how his day was. He says, good. I say, that's great to hear, man. This is actually my first order ever. He says, nothing. Silence. He orders the dongo. I ask him if he's ever had it in real life. He says no. I hand him his dongo. He says TY. I say it's yummy, pretty sticky, and then I highly recommend giving it a shot. He says okay. End of conversation. And then he tipped me 25 Robux, let's go! Just like day one, I got tipped by my first customer. I can't believe it.
Dude, he tipped me Robux, my first ever order.
Especially coming from that guy. I guess he was just socially awkward. And for the first time in the past day and a half, I had fun. That was fun and funny, mainly funny, but also fun. Serving and talking to people, having conversations, my favorite parts of the challenge. I assumed they were detriments, that if I focused on them instead of grinding, it would hurt my income. But this first customer gave me hope that I may not need to do boring ass work to earn money. I can chat, have fun, and make tips. That is, if I don't get fired first. Yeah, I may or may not be getting fired soon. Let me explain. So I was just doing my job normally. I met a customer named Deborah's Spoiled Milk, banger name by the way, and led her to a grill. I was having a chat with her, an actual good chat, and we got along well. She finished her drink, appetizer, and dinner. Time for dessert. She decided on the mochi, so I cooked it. But while I cooked it, this person, stood on the grill. I obviously didn't care. I'm not one of those annoying employees who's like, you have to stop trolling this instant. They were screaming a lot and saying their toes were getting burned, so I joked to Deborah saying that I hope she likes tochi because that's what she's getting. Deborah liked that joke. The grill girl did not. She threatened to get me fired, said she was calling an admin, and then walked away. I ignored it and just continued with my job, gave Deborah her tochi, talked a bit more, and started saying our goodbyes. That was until the grill girl returned, bringing a manager with her, like she said she would. She lied to the manager, saying I was smacking her. I don't even know how you smack someone in a virtual game. She also said I was being rude. This made Deborah upset. We were together the whole meal, and both knew I was innocent, obviously. Deborah made sure to tell the manager I didn't do anything. I felt like I didn't really have to say anything because even a preschooler should be able to tell this person is a troll. I just thanked Deborah for having my back. Grill girl lied and said Deborah was my friend, so of course she would defend me. I was just sitting in disbelief that this conversation was even happening. That was until the manager walked up to me. I clarified that grill girl was a troll because apparently I had to, as if it wasn't blatantly obvious. And then, drumroll please, the manager gave me a warning and told me to stop trolling. What? Warnings in this game are serious. You can be fired after only getting a couple, and I was innocent. Deborah was very unhappy with this, screaming justice for the chef, instantly chasing after the manager to fight for my honor. I remained at the grill, still kind of shocked from what just happened. Rightfully so, I feel. I mean, once again, I have been wronged by a manager. My greatest enemies, apparently. Despite Deborah defending me and the manager even reading the chat logs to see exactly what we said, I somehow got a warning and she ignored both of us. How did that even happen, bro? She read the chat logs. She saw our messages. Managers suck, man. They suck. They ruined my job, clogged servers, and now apparently are trying to get me fired. They have one job, an easy job, and they can't even get that right. But honestly, the more I think about it, I kind of feel bad. These managers are probably young children who have to sit around all day, every day inside these games. I'm doing it for a challenge. I can stop after 3 days. They can't. They're way too high up the corporate ladder. It wouldn't be acceptable for them to quit now. I kind of feel bad for them. Wasting away their summer vacation working in Roblox? That sucks. Whatever. It was their choice. No one's forcing them to do this. Sucks to suck. Screw managers. But seriously, don't go and attack anyone I've shown in this video. That's stupid. These are just kids doing their Roblox jobs. I'm getting playfully upset at them to be funny. I don't actually care. Regardless, that interaction taught me something valuable. I need to be hyper aware of trolls now and make absolutely certain that managers don't see me with them. If I get even one more warning, I might actually be fired. In training, they told us they have a one warning policy for trolls. After that, it's a ban. I've already used up my warning. Next is the ban. Yippee! And immediately after I slipped into my new mindset of scanning for trolls, I encountered two peculiar individuals. These two girls wanted to sit at a table, so I brought them upstairs and showed them... Oh, I lost one. Where'd she go? All right, there you are. Let me lead you back to the table. Anyways, I asked if they wanted something to drink, and in response, the girl on the right died. What is happening right now? She eventually came back with a new avatar, alright, and asked to drink tea. I got it for her, and when I came back, the other girl was gone. God, are these people trolls? They are acting so strangely. I feel like I'm about to get in trouble again. Anyways, the first girl eventually came back, and I got both their orders. At least, I tried to. The girl on the right suddenly decided to no longer speak to me. Great. These people are trolling. When's the joke gonna happen? When are you gonna get me in trouble? Oh, wait, never mind. Her friend just ordered for her instead. Strange, but whatever. I'm still a little scared that they're trying to trick me or something, but I'll make their food. Fine. I cooked it and they ate it. I asked for their dessert order. They did the weird thing where the girl on the left ordered for both of them, but they ordered normal things. I cooked them up and handed them over. Then the girl on the left started speaking Spanish. Oh, there was just a language barrier. That explains it. Dang, now I feel bad for suspecting them. I made sure to wish them a kind farewell because honestly, they were kind to me the entire time. I was just confused. And then headed back to work, where I would meet potential trolls number 2. This group of 3 girls. I led them to their table, started cooking their food, and then out of nowhere, one of them walked up to me to ask a question. What's your question?
Can I have a hug?
Weird, but all right. I said yes and walked over to give her a quote-unquote hug. We just kind of stood there. Regardless, she seemed satisfied and walked away.
I don't know what to say in that situation besides sure.
But that wasn't all. Another girl from the table walked up to me with another question.
Can I have a hug?
What's going on here? Are these 3 trolling me? Are they trying to make me uncomfortable? I'm so confused. Whatever. I gave her a hug because I didn't care that much. But almost immediately, the first girl came back with another question.
Can I have a kiss?
Are they planning something? Maybe trying to push as far as they can, and when I finally deny their requests, they report me to an admin? I'm still hyper alert from the troll earlier. I don't want to get fired, bro. Regardless, I obviously don't want to say yes to that request, so I respond with, I think I need to keep things professional. I'm sorry. How about to make it up to you, I get your food? She said,
okay,
and left once again. I brought them food, invited them to come watch me cook it, and finally wrapped up the order. After saying my goodbyes, I got the heck out of there before they reported me or something like the first troll. However,
I got Robux! Holy crap, I got tipped Robux! All right, I gotta come back up and say thank you to these people.
Yeah, it turns out they weren't trolls. I guess they were just very young kids who didn't know better. But setting aside the fact they weirded me out a bit, I walked back to the table and thanked them for their tip. Then they donated 15 more Robux to me. Then 20 more. Holy crap, these girls are nice, I guess. They just seriously helped me with the challenge. I probably need way more money to reach my goal, but their donation definitely got me closer. Things are looking good. With that being said though, not everything was perfect. 20 minutes of the last hour wasn't spent working, it was spent waiting. Just waiting for customers. If I continue to waste 20 minutes out of every hour, I might not serve enough people to achieve my 150 Robux goal. I need a way to become more marketable. Make it so people want to choose me over the other chefs. I had already restyled my hair. Sadly, the slick red hair didn't work in this game for some reason, so I had to change it. But that wasn't enough. I needed cosmetics. Little decorations to your name tag, or cool bright auras to make you look flashy. You can earn this stuff through working, and I've already worked enough to buy a couple. But there's one thing that'll be harder to get, and much more important: a rank. I'm still a junior hibachi chef. Every customer who walks into the restaurant can see that. It's like if in real life new waiters had to wear badges that say, hey, I suck. People will obviously choose more experienced chefs over me, I think. I don't know, is it really that important? Do customers actually consider the rank of a chef when ordering from them? If I want to rank rank up, it'll require another point grind. The same grind I did on day 1 at the same intensity as the grind I did on day 2. I like talking to people. You've heard me say it's my favorite part of the challenge multiple times. Is a stupid name tag really worth sacrificing that? Again? Fine. I only have to grind a little bit before I rank up, and it's the one cosmetic upgrade I have yet to unlock. I'll just grind a little bit, which means it's time for the return of Mop Boy. Just kidding. Mopping floor sucks in this game. It is entirely useless. Do not do it. Instead, I'll be serving robots like how I did at the first job. I take their order, make it wait. I take their order, make it wait. I take their order. Yeah, you get the gist. It's monotonous, but as per usual, worth it. I'm making a lot of points very quickly. Plus, I'll be finished soon anyways. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. I just gotta fill in this girl's order. She's not actually a robot, but decided to come over to the robot section and order anyways. She started by ordering her drink, a coffee. That's easy enough. I went to the fridge and grabbed it for her. She then ordered her appetizer, which was 1 order of tempura, 1 order of gyoza, 1 order of edamame, 1 order of fried rice, 1 order of miso soup, and 1 order of spring rolls. Dear Lord. Good thing this job gives me a notepad. I went to go make her, appetizers, and it took 7 minutes. Fun. Shockingly, she actually sat there for the whole 7 minutes and took her food when I handed it to her. That was a grind, but at least the worst of it was over. Oh wait, the whole time I was cooking that, she was typing. Surely she wasn't. She didn't spend those 7 minutes typing up her dinner order, did she? I asked what she wanted for dinner, and she had this to say. 1 order of teriyaki chicken. 1 order of seared scallops, 1 order of gyudon, 3 orders of udon noodles, 2 orders of hibachi steak, and 1 order of hibachi shrimp. Lady, for the sake of the entire food industry, please go on a diet. That is 9 things. This is gonna take forever. All right. It may have taken so much time that it ticked over to the next hour, but I am finally done. Just gotta hand her all this food and... Where is she? She walked out. There's no way. I just spent so long making your order and I'm not gonna get any points for it. Yeah, to get points in this game, you have to hand the order to the customer. Seeing as my customer was no longer here, I didn't get any points. Man, screw that. I'm just gonna hand all the food to someone else. I am not having a repeat of yesterday. My hard work will not be wasted. But despite that, it definitely felt like yesterday was happening again. Cooking the same order for 30 minutes without talking to the customer at all was not my definition of fun. And right now, my choices were either that or do the same thing, but for a robot instead. I am once again unhappy. I am not having fun. But I have to do this. Wait, why do I have to do this again? I know from yesterday that this type of work isn't fun, and I'm not even making money from it. I only have 3 hours left in the challenge. 3 hours to make money. No way grinding this stupid name tag is gonna help me. Why did I think this was even a good idea? Damn. I guess there's something tempting about doing busy work in these games. It's easy. You can just grind it in the background while your brain turns off. I keep falling into that trap. My brain works a little too hard at the job, so I want to break with some easier, repetitive tasks instead. Or I'm not making enough money talking to humans, so I'd rather talk to robots or mop spills. It's easier, right? Wrong. It just seems easier. Every single time after doing it for even just a few hours, I start to get upset. My brain starts melting. I get lonely because I haven't spoken to anyone, or I get angry at customers for being so hungry. You don't need that much food. And worst of all, it's never even really rewarded me. Day 1, sure, I made some money from points, but not nearly as much as I made from tips. Within the span of 20 minutes, may I remind you. Day 2, I don't need to talk about day 2, man. That was rough. And today, I'm more bored than ever, grinding for a probably useless rank. Sure, actually hosting and talking to people takes more effort, but it's fun. Since the beginning, I've known it's fun. The only gameplay I even remember from this challenge are the conversations I had with people. I have 3 hours left. The challenge isn't over yet. I still have time. I need to go full throttle. Serve as many tables as I can, talk to as many people as I can, and get as many donations as I can. If I just push myself hard enough and get tipped a few times, I can still achieve my goal, even despite yesterday being a complete waste. Let's do this. My first customer was this rainbow skeleton guy who screamed at me whenever I asked questions and died. Perhaps my social skills aren't as honed as I thought they were, considering I'm killing people with them. After he died, he rose from the grave and ran back to me. So I asked if he wanted to continue his meal. He replied with another scream and then died. again. He did not tip. My next customer was a super nice girl who wanted to sit downstairs. For the first time during this job, I had someone sitting downstairs. We talked about mochi donuts, which apparently I need to try, and she tipped me with in-game currency. Not Robux, not useful, but I still appreciate the sentiment. Next up was another kind lady who I had a riveting conversation about cheesecake with. And just like the last woman, she tipped me in-game currency. Second to last hour. This leg of the challenge is not going well. I have not made a single cent from any of these orders. And you may have noticed that during that whole hour, I only got 3 people too. That's because a meal in this game, it takes so long. In certain situations, it's even taken me 50 minutes. That's such a long time. No one wants to do anything for 50 minutes. Except watch a really good Roblox YouTube video, right guys? At the very least, I did think of a new strategy: height. If I just make myself taller than the register, then people can see me better. And wow, that instantly worked. This guy walked up to me and commented on my big man size. He had a couple friends with him, and I made them all their meals. He was actually really funny and very ridiculous. Definitely my second favorite customer I've talked to during this whole challenge. Unfortunately, the meal took 30 minutes. One of my longest ones yet. But at the very least, it was worth it.
I got a tip! 5 Robux tip! Let's go!
By the Chad with awesome abs. 5 Robux added to the total. Hopefully I get more, but that's nice. Now, time for my second to last customer. My favorite person I've met all video. Major Pay. He greeted me with an Oppa Gangnam Style, which I promptly joined, and then led him to his booth. I kinda assumed he was a troll because of the whole Gangnam Style thing, and that was not helped by the fact that as soon as I made his meal, he went missing. A couple minutes of searching later, I eventually found him next to a wall, speaking complete gibberish. Great. Pretty sure this guy is another troll. But he did follow me back to his booth and, surprisingly, apologized. Apparently, he let his little brother on while waiting for me to cook, which explained the wandering and nonsense talk. I made him some more food, then asked if he wanted to sit at a grill instead so he could actually watch me cook and talk with me. He said yes. We then proceeded to have an actually very insightful conversation. He told me about how he worked at a Roblox military group as a member of the Queen's Guard. His rank was OF-4. Very impressive. I have no idea what that means, but I kept asking about it. I've seen those army groups around, but I've never actually investigated them before. Hey, 50,000 likes and maybe I'll join a Roblox army for my next 24-hour challenge. Anyways, despite the order being over, we talked for about 10 more minutes. I was just having a fun time learning about it. Shoutouts to you, Major Payne, if you're watching this. You're awesome. He ended the conversation with a 5 Robux tip. Said he wanted to donate more, but he only had 14 on his account. My next highest amount was 15, so he literally could not buy it. I thanked him a lot and then sent him a friend request. He accepted.
I made another friend! Roblox army man named Xander, who's in the Queen's Guard.
And now I Love My Roblox Job has made 4 friends, including the newly added Major Payne, baby. Good luck with your Queen's Guard, Major Payne. Good luck. Last hour. Wow. It feels like I've been doing this forever, man. 3 days is a long time. And now I'm at the final stretch, about to meet my final customers. These 2 very strange noobs. I led them to their grill, cooked their appetizers and dinner, and then they ran off suddenly before I could finish making their dessert. Weird. Nah, whatever. Time to serve my next customer. It's them again. They are choosing to order from me again, after they just ran away. Well, work is work. I led them to their booths and they started acting strange. Like, for example,
3, 2, 1. Why are they counting down? What is happening here? I'm confused. I'm so confused and scared by these 2. Go! Why'd they just count down 3, 2, 1, go? What is happening? These 2 are the weirdest people that I've ever served in this game. Usually most people I chat up and I talk to. These 2 people, I think I'd rather just do this in silence, to be honest. I don't know how to talk to these 2 people. Oh, they just left. They left again. I didn't finish making your food. I was still making your udon noodles. Who are these people? These people are so weird.
well, those 2 just wasted 30 minutes, and I don't think I have enough time to serve another customer. If I accidentally go over the 24-hour limit, then it'll be cheating, technically. But I can't just not work either. That's breaking rule 2. Is there any job I can do that counts as working, but is easy to stop at a moment's notice? Mop Boy was back and mopping harder than ever. Yeah, only 20 minutes remained in the challenge. 20 minutes until I found out whether I achieved my goal or failed it. And while I mop, let me be honest, whether I win or lose, these jobs aren't worth it. At least not the way I was playing them. The best part about having a Roblox job is that you don't have to do it. Don't give yourself a schedule you have to work. This is all roleplay. If you take it seriously like I did, your brain will melt. But still, I had fun. Sure, some parts were rougher than others, but the good moments were really good. Talking with random strangers is incredibly fun, and making some money on top of it was even better. There were so many highlights. I even almost slightly enjoyed mopping a few times. Almost. If I were to do this again, I would obviously change a few things. Work less, talk more, do my research before assuming points can be converted to Robux. I am still mad about that. Why would you even have points if they have no purpose? But despite that, I don't regret doing this. I never talk to strangers in real life out of nervousness, so I am not very good at it. However, after doing this challenge and practicing with so many people, I think I got a couple new conversation starters for whenever I do have to talk to strangers in the future. All right. Enough sappy social loser talk. It looks like I'm about to finish my shift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 24 hours have officially passed. Time for the stressful part. After tallying together every single sale I've made in the past 3 days, I had my results. The goal was for people to pay me 150 Robux total. In reality, they paid me 305. I made more than double my goal. And after waiting 3 days for the Robux to process, I had the perfect idea on how to spend them. A 25 Robux tip for you. They typed a crying emoji. A 50 Robux tip for you, Buttercup 111113. Sir, I am tipping you 100 Robux. That is beautiful stuff right there. You know, maybe I should have spent that Robux on an avatar, but I liked doing this a lot more.